Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. This is Alicia.
Hi.
Here on my YouTube channel, I have my cousin Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin.
Hey. How are you?
Good.
That's good.
And you?
I'm good.
Okay. This is a new series here on my YouTube channel. It is called Visually Impaired Comics.
It's comic books that she came up with in her brain.
And me,
some parts I did.
Yeah, me and her write them
and
together.
We write them.
Yeah.
Over the phone. But still, we write them together.
Yeah, we write them together. And she's going to read them for you.
Yes.
Each superhero story in Visually Impaired Comics are either going to be blind or they are going to be low vision. And every one of them will either be blind or they will be low vision. It's needful to say that all of the superhero characters in Visually Impaired Comics are fictional, and they will all have a trilogy, with the exception of Clicker Woman. Clicker Woman's stories, Clicker Woman's comic books, are actual, true events that actually happened.
Yep.
There may even be more than 3 Clicker Woman comic books.
Just right now, there's 3.
Yeah, just right now there's 3.
Okay, and also, when I read the story, I have my stopwatch pulled up on my phone, and I will be timing to see how long it takes. So I'm going to take this now.
She took the phone so that her voice will be louder in it for her to read it.
Yes. I was trying to put it on the bed when last I put it in your hair perfume tray.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the notebook. I got it flipped to the first story and fixing to start this stopwatch in 3, 2, 1. Clicker Woman's Origin Story by Alicia Branham. Once upon a time, in April 1998, Clicker Woman was born prematurely. When she was born, she weighed 13 ounces. She was only 10 inches long, so she had to be on lots of oxygen. The oxygen caused retinopathy of prematurity. RIP. The RIP left her with severe light vision in her right eye and blind with shadow and light perception in her left one. When she was 4 months old, her parents were finally able to take her home. 5 years later, she started kindergarten. Clicker Woman had a vision teacher and an orientation and mobility O&M specialist. The vision teacher taught her Braille. The vision teacher taught her Braille, which she did not like. The O&M specialist introduced her to the villain, the White Cane. She taught her to navigate with it. The picture below shows Clicker Woman slamming the White Cane against the wall of the school. The White Cane made a loud echoing noise. Clicker Woman heard the difference in the echoes that the White Cane made. She was experiencing echolocation, but she did not know it. Many people commented that she had a good imagination throughout her childhood. The truth was, Clicker Woman was able to simultaneously hear, feel, and see things in her imagination. Her internal hearing and tactile senses were clear and vivid. On the other hand, her internal vision was vivid but had no clarity because she had never clearly externally seen the world. Clicker Woman was experiencing hyperphantasia, but she didn't know about it. Every time she would speak or hear someone else speak or listen to music, she experienced sound, color, synesthesia. Whenever she would smell something, she would experience colorful visual imagery. When she would hear the name of an object, for example, chair, she would instantly visualize a chair. That was lexical visual synesthesia. Alongside these synesthesia forms, she also had the most incredible and rare form of synesthesia in the world. It was called tactile touch synesthesia. Clicker Woman was Cajun. Even though her tactile touch synesthesia could not pick up on it, when she would feel of her hand and arm, she could tell she was Caucasian. She grew up without a name for her extraordinary gift. Clicker Woman only gave it a name after she learned about synesthesia and hyperphantasia. That happened when she was 26 years old. She learned about echolocation when she was 23 years old. Up until that point, Clicker Woman thought that she was ordinary, except for her tactile touch synesthesia, until she discovered echolocation. On the day that Clicker Woman discovered echolocation, she started to click her tongue like she heard another person doing in a video. So tongue clicks became a part of her everyday life. From the first click of her tongue, Clicker Woman was not only Alicia Branham, she was also the superhero Clicker Woman because of her echolocation, synesthesia, and hyperphantasia. She was born with hyperphantasia and synesthesia, but had to learn and practice echolocation. It was hard work, but it paid off. Her mom had given her the superhero name Clicker, but she added woman to it to make it feminine. I finally said the word right! Yay!
Yeah, you was having trouble saying the word feminine while we were writing this book.
Yep. The reason why the White King was a villain was because he tricked visually impaired people into believing that using him or a guide dog was the only way for them to navigate without walking side to side. Clicker Woman realized his plan during her first couple of O&M lessons in kindergarten. She decided that she would not succumb to his maniacal plan. She was determined to navigate in a different way, and she finally got her chance when she learned about echolocation at 23 years old. Learning echolocation was a relief to her, and she was grateful for her superhero gifts of hyperphantasia, synesthesia, and echolocation once she learned about all of them. The end. Clicker, that one took 4 minutes, plus what I messed up.
Okay.
Clicker Woman Overcomes Ableism by Alicia Branham. Ever since Clicker Woman started to use the white cane when she was in kindergarten, she used it all throughout school. She did not use it outside of school, so on the night of her high school graduation, I put graduation. I'm sure I said.
It says graduation, y'all.
Graduation. Where was I?
The story says graduation.
Yes. She left the white cane in her parents' car after the ceremony. She slammed the door when she decided to leave the white cane in the car. The picture below showed Clicker Woman slamming the car door. She intended to never touch the white cane again, because to her it represented ableism and limitation. She eventually experimented using the white cane only once or twice after high school. It happened while she was learning the superhero gift of echolocation. After the experiment, she still believed that the white cane represented limitation. I don't know where I got fashion from.
It does not say fashion.
No.
It says white cane.
Yep. She did not enjoy the way people would react when they found out she was lesbian. Other people would make comments like, "I'm sorry," or they would be surprised to find out that she could see anything. That's because when you walk with a white cane, it's like having a silent alarm that screams, "I'm blind." And everyone expects you to be totally blind. Although in most situations that is not the case. Most people have some degree of limited vision. Because she was exposed to ableist attitudes of people, she experienced internalized ableism from the age of 9. She believed that she had to be dependent on other people because of her low vision. For example, she refused to cook for fear of undercooking meat. And she would hold her mom's hand while walking in public. Her internalized ableism started to loosen its nasty grip only after she had started learning the superhero gift of echolocation. Even after echolocating for 4 years, she still would not cook meat, she still wouldn't cook meat. I'm so sorry, guys. However, Clicker Woman would only cook waffles, pancakes, and mac and cheese with her mom to help her. When Clicker Woman decided to start learning echolocation, she would practice walking independently without the white cane or holding onto her mom's hand in public. She would still hold her mom's hand if the public place was crowded or cluttered, but she enjoyed walking freely. Yeah, walking freely. During her 4th year of being an echolocator of Candyman Remodel Writing, she took the white cane to someone and she told him to spray paint it light pink and light green. After the paint dried, Clicker Woman took took the cane home and she made a keychain using a metal keyring, a little bit of string, and 3 plastic chunky diamonds. When the keychain was complete, her father attached the keychain to the string of the cane, so she named the cane Diamond. Diamond was a folding cane with a roller ball marshmallow tip. Clicker Woman from that day forward would pick and choose where she would take Diamond. She decided to use Diamond part-time instead of full-time in public because she didn't want people to assume that she couldn't see anything. Clicker Woman thought that since Diamond had a keychain, it was painted light pink and light green, that perhaps people would assume that she had a little bit of vision and that she was not apologetic about it. When Clicker Woman was 28 years old, she got another cane and bought it for herself. This new cane had 5 silver sections on the shaft and 2 red sections at the bottom. The cane had a metal tip and the grip part of the cane was black. This new cane was made from aluminum and was a telescopic cane. On the day she received her telescopic cane, her father attached a pearl beaded keychain to the string that Clicker Woman made long ago. Clicker Woman named this new cane Pearl. In contrast, her old cane Diamond also had a black grip, but Diamond was a folding graphite cane. She decided to use Diamond in her girly girl and trendy fashion styles, but of course she wouldn't use her all the time in public. Clicker Woman also decided to use Pearl in her elegant fashion styles, as well as her glam fashion style.
And she also decided to use Pearl in her mermaid fashion style. I'm sorry we forgot to put that in there, but it should be in there. It's part of the story. It deserves to be there.
Yes. As well as her glam fashion style, because she was a fashionista. I forgot there was part of that sentence left. Of course, she wouldn't always have Pearl with her in public because she enjoyed the freedom of using her echolocation to walk freely. Nevertheless, when she would have either one of her canes with her in public, Clicker Woman would still use her echolocation for the fun of it and because she wanted to be an expert echolocator. That's how Clicker Woman overcome ableism of others, her internalized ableism, and the villain, the White Cane. Clicker Woman the Fashionista by Alicia Branham. Most girls become interested in beauty and fashion around 12 or 13 years old. However, that was not the case for Clicker Woman. Clicker Woman started to experiment with fashion when she was 22 years old. For example, she started to wear headbands that would complement her shirt and skirt or dresses. She also started to wear hair clips as well as claw clips. She also started to wear decorative hair combs. When Clicker Woman was 24, she started wearing barrettes and hair comb tiaras that she would place in a hair bun when she would put her hair up. The year that Clicker Woman turned 24, she started to wear and collect perfumes. Her perfume collection was the beginning of her interest in beauty products. When she was 26, she started wearing lotion. When she was little, she disliked lotion because she said it was too greasy. Now, as an adult, Clicker Woman applies it almost every day. The next year, when Clicker Woman was 27 years old, she started to apply hair perfume to her hair, usually about once a week. The picture below shows Clicker Woman spraying hair perfume into her braided hair. Later that same year, before she would go to bed, Clicker Woman would apply hand cream to her hands about once a week. When Clicker Woman was about 28 years old, she started wearing flavored chapsticks of various flavors, Monday through Saturday, and the unscented original one on Sundays. She decided to wear the original unflavored chapstick on Sunday so it would be a fresh start to the week. That same year, that same year, she started to apply sunscreen to the back of her neck because wearing sunscreen is a good habit to have regardless if you are going to spend time in the sunshine or not. That's because sunscreen protects you from the harmful rays of the sun. For Clicker Woman was not an outdoors person, but she wore sunscreen because of its protective benefits. Clicker Woman's beauty routine would not be complete without mentioning deodorant. She wore it every day because even superheroes need to wear deodorant. Clicker Woman bought a collection of hair bows in various colors and textures. She added the hair bows to her hair accessory collection because she enjoyed wearing them. Because of her fashion and beauty routine, she was a fashionista. Her fashion routine would not be complete without mentioning that she had a large collection of purses. Not all of her purses were embellished with rhinestones, sequin hearts, fake pearls, fake diamonds, bows, logos, or gold studs, but many of them were. Her purse collection included purses of various colors such as white, beige, gold, silver, pink, green, tan, black, and navy blue. Clicker Woman was not only a fashionista, she was also a superhero because she had hyperphantasia, synesthesia, and echolocation. These superhero gifts actually exist outside of fantasy and comic books. This proves that superheroes are not make-believe, even though the real ones do not stop them. They are real people who have extraordinary gifts or abilities that seem mind-blowing to people who don't have them. Specifically, in Clicker Woman's case, she was able to plan out outfits in her imagination because of her hyperphantasia. When she smelled her beauty products, a color or image would appear in her mind because all of her beauty products were scented. That was with the exception of her unflavored chapstick, but even it had a smell though it was unflavored. The unflavored chapstick still registered as white in her mind because of her synesthesia. Even with Clicker Woman's synesthesia, what did I say style? And hyperphantasia, she still couldn't match outfits together, even though she could vividly put an outfit together in her imagination. That was because of her low vision. She could see colors, but not match outfits together. Clicker Woman could see color, but not all the time. She could also see objects, but had no object recognition. Clicker Woman was also able to see bling. For example, anything metal, such as a metal claw clip or a metal barrette. When she was able to see some sparkles or glitter, like a sparkly headband, but not as well as something metal. Even if the objects were metal, she still couldn't recognize them because she had ROP. She could see objects, but never with recognition. So her mom had to help her match her clothes to make sure that she was not mismatched. Many sighted people assume that if you're visually impaired, you wouldn't care about beauty or fashion, even your appearance. For many visually impaired people, that is not the case, and it certainly is not true for Clicker Woman. The reason why she became a fashionista is to dispel this inaccurate assumption because it is a type of ableism. Clicker Woman does not stand for ableism of any kind, but she believes that beauty and fashion and the ability to walk independently should be awarded to all visually impaired people. And this because the freedom to choose to walk with or without a cane or guide dog is rewarding. Clicker Woman believes echolocation should be offered to all visually impaired people because she knows what it's like to walk side to side or with a white cane with no choice. That's how she was taught to navigate when she was a child in kindergarten so long ago. The end. The origin story of Clicker Woman. Clicker Woman overcomes ableism, and Clicker Woman the Fashionista are superhero nonfiction comic books. This is because they tell the true story of the superhero Clicker Woman, aka Alicia Branham.
It is important to note that even though at the end of the Clicker Woman trilogy of comic books, even though there will probably be more Clicker Woman comic books in the future, that they are real stories that actually happened to me. I am Clicker Woman. You are listening to the voice of Clicker Woman. I really do have synesthesia, hyperphantasia, and echolocation.
Yep. And even the times I messed up, and when you were telling them about your about the mermaid fashion style.
Yeah.
17 minutes, 9 seconds, and 12 milliseconds.
That's for all three together.
Yes.
Thank you for reading this book.
You're welcome. Well, the books.
Yeah, thank you for reading the books.
You're welcome.
Please like this video and share this video. Please hit the notification bell, and please subscribe to my channel.
Okay.